Hello, I'm George Bradner, the Property Casualty Director and Assistant Deputy Commissioner at the Connecticut Insurance Department. I also represent the state as the Long-Term Recovery Coordinator, co-chair. Flood insurance is a significant issue for the residents of the state of Connecticut. Many homeowners think they have flood insurance on their homeowner policy, but they do not in many instances. You have to really work with your agent and make sure that you have the coverage that you need. It's also important to understand that flooding does not always occur within your designated flood zone. It's the people that are outside the flood zone that are significantly impacted many times. In fact, the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, has found that 40% of people that live outside the designated flood zone are impacted by flood losses. So it's critical that people understand what their risk is, and if they need flood insurance, they should get flood insurance. Just because you're not in the designated flood zone does not mean you're not exposed to flood loss. In fact, as the state's long-term recovery co-chair, we have seen many losses to insureds that live outside the designated flood zone. And had they spent the money to get the flood insurance coverage, they would have protection for their property. So I really encourage residents to understand what your risk is. And if you're close enough to a flood zone, even though you don't have to have flood insurance, you really should look at getting it. One of the biggest things we see, and I hear all the time, is I never had a flood loss. We hear that more and more after these major catastrophes that we're seeing. Connecticut's had losses from Irene and Sandy, Isaias, and other tropical events that have hit Connecticut, and also extreme rain events that have hit Connecticut and flooded neighborhoods that, again, had never been flooded before. So understand what your risk is and make sure if you need flood insurance, you should get flood insurance.